So I was telling you that एक तो आपके पास process हो गया from seed to plant, like full growth, right? And there's a name for process that we'll study later. The other thing is adaptation. Not every plant can grow everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So adaptation is a whole new thing. Can you explain me, like, can you give me some example about plant adaptations?
Some plants can some plants there's a I forgot what it was called, but there's a chemical that goes like that if that makes plant go like if they weren't facing the sun they would go like ba 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 ba.
Sunflower?
And the sunflower moves to face the sun.
Yeah. So
And some plants evolve to fit into harsher climates.
Yeah, very good. And there are plants like pine trees. They are in extremely cold climate.
Yeah.
And lotus only in water.
Do you have pine trees in Pakistan?
Pine tree in Pakistan?
ये pine tree Pakistan में आपने pine tree देखा है?
Yes, in the northern areas, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
When we went common. Some tour.
Yeah. Wow. We used to live in Islamabad. Right. And then we moved.
It was, I guess, let me confirm. What is Mari? क्या जगह थी वो? Kashmir. Side of it.
Islamabad से आके हर जगह.
Yeah, the northern areas. And I guess I do have the pictures, but I need to find it, like from the album. It was adaptations. The proper environment.
The adaptations.
It shouldn't be proper, it should be suitable. Suitable environment. Environment.
Environment. Environment.
Reproduction in plants.
Environment. Environment.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna correct it. Flowers
Environment. Environment.
And we will just later add on other things. Okay, अब ठीक हो गई है spelling मुस्तफा. यहाँ मैं ऐड कर देती हूँ कि हम एक टास्क भी करेंगे. Plant growing task. ठीक है?
Environment.
अच्छा मुझे ये तो बताना कौन से प्लांट ग्रो करेंगे?
Grow your own plant.
Your. In short.
No, do you are, but it's cooler.
हाँ. जब आप you are लिखते हैं in short, it means your. अच्छा.
Yeah, I know.
हम कौन सा प्लांट ग्रो करें?
Potato. You grow papaya. I grow potato.
You love potatoes?
Yes. It's the third time of the year. It's the third.
And how are you going to grow that?
I have potatoes that are sprouting at home. Yeah, potatoes that are sprouting at home.
हमें एक वीडियो देखनी पड़ेगी how to grow potatoes, right? Because I've never grown potatoes at home, like never.
Yeah, you grow papayas. I grow potatoes. I know how I've grown potatoes.
Okay, I'll be like suggesting like we could grow peas, we could grow tomatoes, we could grow beans. They just grow very fast.
Yeah.
We could grow coriander.
Fine, I'll grow tomatoes.
ठीक है?
I'll grow tomatoes.
ठीक है. तो इनमें से कोई सा भी हम चूज करके ग्रो कर सकते हैं. Whatever you like. And we will just like start this task from this weekend, right? Don't make faces, Mustafa. हम this weekend ये start करेंगे, ठीक है? और हम एक दूसरे को email पे बताएंगे कि we have just put the seeds into the soil. ठीक है, मुस्तफा?
ठीक है.
Okay. ये task हो गया हमारा. Well, फिर बाकी चीजें हम और देखते रहेंगे कि हमें क्या करना है.
Wait, is that no way our class actually ends this early?
Hmm?
Oh, am I gonna have the class ended though?
No, it's not the end. We'll study about photosynthesis. Well, I know you already know about it, but there's something that is more important. Like,
I already know all of this stuff.
oh, really?
Yeah, so we can just skip this topic and go on to the next one.
Actually, I won't do that. I know that you know a lot, but still,
Oh,
we'll just go through it.
fine.
आपने इसका screenshot लेना है for the brainstorming thing.
I already know all this, but fine. Fine.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay. इसको हम जल्दी जल्दी देखेंगे ये वाली वीडियो जो है हमारे पास, because just like you said, you know most of the things.
I've daydreamed before about what it'd be like to have a special ability that other organisms can do. For example, to be able to fly like a peregrine falcon, or to be able to walk up walls without any gear, like a Texas bandit gecko. But if I told you I really wish I could have a special ability of a plant, you'd probably be confused. What can a plant do that's so amazing? There's a lot of cool things about plants, actually, but in particular, I really wish I could do photosynthesis. And it's not just plants that can do this process. Some protists and some bacteria can too, for example. But plants will be our main focus for this video clip. Animals and amoebas have missed out on this ability, but we benefit from it greatly, as this process also produces oxygen, a gas that we need. Plants in general are major producers, making them indispensable in food webs. Many of our medications and foods come from plants. We need plants, so understanding the nature of the process that plants use to make their own food is paramount. So when I say make their own food, I'm talking about making the sugar that they need, specifically glucose. You need glucose too, but you get it from what you eat. Plants, however, get to make their own glucose in photosynthesis. Here's the balanced overall equation for photosynthesis, similar to what you'll find in many introductory biology textbooks. As you will notice,
Okay, so what is this equation?
Plus six molecules of water.
Carbon
Six
dioxide.
molecules of carbon dioxide plus six molecules from water.
Yes.
And light equals six carbon dioxide. 12
Yeah, that is
hydrogen
the
and
that
6
is the
oxygen.
glucose.
Plus 6 oxygen.
G. So the basic equation is carbon dioxide plus water, giving you glucose and oxygen. Plant keeps the glucose by itself and oxygen is provided to us, right?
Yeah.
And the next one, if you notice, what is that? The equation.
It's carbon 6 plus glucose plus
glucose.
6 oxygen equals 6 carbon dioxide plus 6 water plus ATP.
What is ATP?
I forgot.
It's energy. Whatever
Energy.
is mitochondria. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड हो गया और क्या है यहाँ पर ग्लूकोज प्लस ऑक्सीजन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड प्लस वाटर plus energy. These are two equations, but it looks like they are just swapped up, right?
Yeah.
The above one is for photosynthesis. The one below is for
Breathing.
respiration. Good. So they are actually opposite to each other, right?
Yeah.
While we talk about respiration, from where do we get glucose? Do we make our own glucose?
We get it from the foods we eat, like
Good.
fruit, veggies, leaves.
Yes, carbs and etc. While the plants are making their own glucose, right? They don't need to cook food like we do. They don't need any kitchen like we do. And even their babies cook their own food. They don't need their moms to do this thing for them. How independent they are. Wow.
Okay.
And I suggest that you should take a screenshot of this part.
Window, print screen.
ये question याद रखिए, it will be really helpful.
Yeah.
To aerobic cellular respiration. Recall that cellular respiration is used to make ATP, which is an energy currency, and it's done by plants as well as animals and a lot of other organisms too. You can see how these reactants, inputs of photosynthesis, are included in
They are showing you the structures also, and I know you are already familiar with these structures, right?
Yeah.
the products, outputs in cellular respiration, and the products, outputs of photosynthesis are included in the reactants, inputs of cellular respiration.
Do you see that double bond between oxygen and oxygen? O2?
Yes.
Well, this doesn't mean that they're simply reversed. It is interesting to see what they have in common. So while both plants and animals need glucose for cellular respiration,
So what is this? A Venn diagram. What are they telling us about?
They're telling
that plants and animals both need glucose, but one of them just consume it and other make it.
make it.
Camera ठीक
plants don't have to be in search of glucose because they make it. Plants have adaptations to carry out photosynthesis in a variety of environments. One thing plants have to do is capture light. Plants can use light-capturing molecules called pigments. Recall that visible light has different wavelengths, and those different wavelengths of light have different colors. If you've ever played with a prism before, you can see how light can be separated into a rainbow of colors due to different wavelengths. So a pigment that plants commonly use to capture light is called chlorophyll.
Okay, and just because chlorophyll is green, that is why we see most of the plants as green.
Green.
So what is the kitchen site for a plant?
Chlorophyll.
Yeah.
Chlorophyll does a great job at absorbing red and blue light, but not so much green light. Chlorophyll reflects green light, resulting in
Anything you see colorful is actually due to the light that it reflects, not the light that it absorbs.
Nothing really has color.
Yeah. So if we see something black, it is due to
It's no light reflecting off of it.
yeah, very good.
in many plants appearing green to our eyes. There are
Nothing really has color.
chlorophyll that work with different wavelengths of light.
See, there are different pigments. What are their names? If you have like yellow leaves, even when they're not dead, so it's xanthophyll. Then you have carotene, and the last one is really good.
And anthocyanin.
So it is all about having different pigments that are reflecting different colors of light and appear to you colorful.
And this can explain why green is not the only color you see in plants. Chlorophyll is a pigment that can be found in the chloroplast of plant cells.
So where do we find chlorophyll?
It can be found in the chloroplast.
Yeah. And if you remember, we have already studied chloroplasts are inside the plant cell, each plant cell, right?
Yeah.
That means each cell is doing its own photosynthesis, right?
Right.
Be found in the chloroplast of plant cells. There are two major processes that occur in the chloroplast that together make up photosynthesis. They are the light-dependent reactions and the light-independent reactions.
Why do we need light-independent reactions? Then why do we need to study this?
Because we're studying about plants, and that's the function of plants.
Yes, and there are a lot of plants that are doing all the processes, and they're just kept in dark places, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are a lot of plants that are shade-loving.
Yeah.
Light-independent reactions can also be called the Kelvin cycle, or even, less commonly, the dark reaction. Sounds intriguing.
So just because we have a lot of plants that are shade-loving, they are kept in dark places, so they grow better. For those plants, or they could survive the dark actually, those plants are using the reactions that are light-independent reactions, right?
Yeah.
They are doing all the stuff without sunlight.
We're going to talk about both of these briefly, and please remember, like most of our videos, this is pretty general. We've got some further reading links in the video description where you can explore a lot more detail in the chloroplasts that contain pigment. A collective
Okay, so I really like this. Whatever
You can
that-
explore a lot more detail. So, light-dependent reactions happen in the thylakoids, little compartments.
Okay, inside the chloroplast, you have chlorophyll, and that chlorophyll is actually made up of some kind of discs, you can see.
Yeah, we have to restart the meeting.
Yeah, I'll just restart the
Wow.
meeting. So
About-
each disc is
In about a second.
what?
And about a second and 15 milliseconds. 13 milliseconds.
Acha, theek hai, we'll
11
restart.
milliseconds. 9.
What are
Right.
these pigment apartments called?
You.
These discs are called?
Thylakoid.
Yeah. And can you see those chlorophyll living inside?
In the chloroplast that contain pigment. A collective stack would be
See, these apartments are for what? For chlorophyll. Chlorophyll has their houses here, I guess. Yeah. So it's kind of a building for them.
a granum. Multiple stacks would be
Okay. Granum and granum. What's the difference?
One's the plural, one's the singular. One's the singular, one's the plural.
And both of the words are used for stacks of thylakoids.
Subscribe.